Here we go. We just hit pause on the opening sequence of Game of Thrones, episode 6, final episode.
I don't even know what to think. I don't know.
The absolute end of this great show.
I think we're gonna be like a little depressed next Sunday because this is like what we like look forward to every Sunday, and we kick the kids out. We say go downstairs, get away. We have to watch this.
We usually have wine. We don't have wine tonight.
I know
it's just we got back one thing and now
we didn't think about the wine, but we need that.
Yeah, anyway. It's time to watch this. We're gonna come back and react and give you everything. So if you don't want to watch spoilers right now, you may not want to watch this. But
and it seems like the world's upset about this season, but I'm excited. I've loved it. I don't know what people are talking about, but I think it's great, and I cannot wait to see.
A note on that. So listen, as an actor, as a filmmaker, it has been so difficult. May 26th, we're going to tune back in and watch the documentary on how they made the season. Anybody who's complaining that this thing happened too fast, you're out of your mind. I mean, the amount of work that went into this season is absolutely... I don't know that anything's ever been done like this before. Mm-hmm. So I'm extremely excited. I don't know what happened to Arya. We're going to find out here real soon. And to the whole cast and crew, you're unbelievable. Unbelievable. You've given us an amazing journey. Thank you so much for giving me reasons to lose sleep, to make the best and most failed guesses at what was going to happen. It's time. So we're going to do it.
It is time.
We will talk to you later. All right.
So.
All right. Well.
I think we thought we were going to have all this stuff to say, and we're just. I feel like we spent the last 30 minutes wondering where time was going and nothing like big. What's happening?
It's hard. I guess it's hard to put into words, but I liked it. I guess here's the thing. What's genius about this show is that there were so many expectations, right? So many theories. And everything that happened, I guess maybe out there, I don't follow the theories. I stay away from all that. So we may get some negative comments from that. So be it. We're more faithful to just the story as it stands alone. We try to stay away from the commentary of the world. So, just looking at the show by itself, the fact that Jon Snow, really a Targaryen, did not end up on the Iron Throne, that moment when the dragon burns the throne, I knew this whole thing was going to be completely nothing what we expected. And I love that. I absolutely love that. So it's going to take some time for it to sit. A lot of expectation.
Okay, no. Sorry. You put me through how many seasons of an Iron Throne? Who's going to get the throne? Who's going to get the throne? And then the freaking dragon burns the throne. You're like, okay, what the hell? We just went through all this. Now there's no throne. So I guess...
But the poeticness of that, I love it. I love it. It's like, what's the point? People have died for no reason. And all that mattered in that moment was that the throne was meaningless.
Yes, in the end, you're right.
And in the end, it did not matter. The symbol of that throne needed to be destroyed, and I love that the dragon did, and our dog has something in her mouth.
I think I built an anticipation of how difficult it was going to be to simmer Daenerys down because she was becoming this monster.
Mad Queen.
And in the end, you just make out and just stabbing you like nothing. And then she dies with one stab. Mind you, how many characters were stabbed 50 million times and wouldn't die?
He got her
like Mr. Monster Man poking his brother's eyeballs out.
He got her into the sternum, like into her heart.
Yeah, no one else has good aim but Jon Snow.
He's a master warrior. He knew what he was doing.
I don't know. I thought it would take a little bit more. Same thing with the queen, Cersei.
Yeah.
Okay.
You thought she died too
I
fast?
for her to have a brick building fall on her, and that's her
They
big
had no way
masterful
out.
death.
They had no way out.
Okay, what a cowardice way to die.
Cowardice.
Okay, the red wedding, all these. I'm sorry, I expected more like.
I think you're not alone.
Big.
I think you're not alone, but
I expected bigger.
I like that expectations were completely demolished. Ah, no pun intended with the
What
balloon.
I did love was that the Starks ended up owning the throne in different ways. So it's almost like they spanned out and they're kind of keeping everything peaceful.
I'm trying to figure out what our dog is chewing on.
To ignore our dog.
Sorry. Yeah, I love that
like
too.
that.
They brought it back to where we started in this whole journey.
Which is the family that deserved it. The family that was honorable and that...
And can we go back to that moment in season 1 when Bran gets pushed out the window? How horrible that was to see a poor little boy who was being a little too nosy, but he's a kid, man, and he gets thrown out the window. And now he's king of the 6 kingdoms because the other kingdom is now his sister's. I love that. I think that's justice. Because when you gotta, as a fan of the Starks, you gotta go back and you gotta look at that moment of how horrible it was to see Ned Stark suddenly die, and then his kids get completely thrown all over the 7 kingdoms. I mean, I think it's poetic justice. It's not what anyone expected. I certainly expected Jon Snow to take on the name of Targaryen, to take the throne, blah, blah, blah. But I'm glad it didn't happen. I didn't expect it as what that's not what I wanted for him, because I could tell he didn't want that. In fact, I remember that moment when he was saying goodbye to his friend. I forget his name with the red beard. Forgive me. I don't know a lot of these characters' names off the top of my head. But when they were saying goodbye, you could see this longing to wanting to go with them, with the wildlings. And then he does. I think it's cool.
I think in the end, in the grand scheme of things, it ended the way it should have ended.
What are your thoughts?
I think my expectations were just very different. I like that there's no Iron Throne, I guess. It just kind of in the moment really hit me, like, what the heck?
Look, I'm gonna kind of tie it all up because we can go on, and I think we're gonna get many comments.
This is gonna simmer for like a week. I think I'm still gonna have thoughts, and I wish we could do like 5 other videos in like the next 5 days, because this happens. I'm gonna go to sleep, and then I'm gonna have another thought when I wake up.
I'm gonna throw something else at you while I close this up. Tyrion Lannister, the only Lannister who was faithful to what the concept of family was, truly, and more honorable than his siblings and his father. Then you go to the Starks, who were a unit, a family unit. And what I love about the whole of this epic storytelling is that the strength of family is what came out in the end for me personally. Really, with the kind of upbringing that Jon Snow had under Ned Stark, he learned those ideals of what really is important and what really is fair for the people. So much so that he would destroy his own potential for the throne by killing the woman that was loved and beloved by so many and hated and disliked by so many. Therefore, eliminating his chances to the throne. Obviously, she's out of the throne. Now the people are safe. He did what was safe for the people. So I love that. And Tyrion, who probably thought he was going to die or rot in jail, how right is it that Bran found a way to get him to rule and fix the mess that was now left, while Bran just kind of maybe is king on the side.
Right.
So I think justice was served. It was subtle. It was completely unexpected, but family prevailed. And I think in the end, what was true, what was justice, and what was good for the people came out in the end as victor. And I like that.
And I think Jon Snow, to me, seemed kind of like a coward towards the end. I was annoyed, irritated by him. But at the fact that he was the one to get rid of Daenerys to balance everything out, I think was great.
He loved her.
So I'm not trying to bash it. There's just certain things that I'm like, really? Like that's the way it happened? But at the end, when you see the conclusion, I guess I'm okay. I'm okay with it. And then what happened with the dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a new series coming out? Dragon Throne. I don't know.
Dragon's Throne.
What's his name? Yeah.
Well, Bran's gonna find him. Bran's gonna do his whole eye rolly thing and, you know,
and just fly
and bring him. I guess he wants to find him so they can control him and he doesn't go berserk.
Okay.
Anyway,
Gotta wrap it up.
Listen, I'm sure we'll get your ideas, your comments, your reactions. You probably are far more well versed in the world of Game of Thrones than we are.
I do think our favorite people ended up winning at the end, which I loved.
Right.
So way to go.
Way to go, Stark. House Stark.
What a journey.
Yes.
What a journey.
It was absolutely painful and beautiful and gruesome and always entertaining. Thank you, HBO. Thank you, Game of Thrones, especially once again, cast and crew. Amazing job, guys. Stellar work. I look forward to maybe working with you all someday. And at the very least, you have fans in this family, and we will watch your careers, which will blossom. Sophie Turner, will be seeing you soon in Dark Phoenix and supporting you. So happy for you and everything that's happening. And everyone else in the Game of Thrones family, thank you for so many years of amazing work. You've inspired us, and we will go forth telling great stories as well.
And finding the next show that we're going to get hooked on.
Which will be hard.
And did you hear the Harry Potter connection?
What?
The boy who lived. Sorry, that was my favorite.
That was a Harry Potter moment with Bran.
Yes.
The boy who lived.
Harry Potter the second.
All right, you guys.
Anyway, sorry.
You have a MaJeliv night, a MaJeliv week. Take care, and we'll see you all soon.
Bye.